Hello everybody, no messing about today. Got a knife review for you, a modern classic, the Mercator K55K from Otter-Messer. Messer being German for knives, and otter being an otter. So, as I say, a bit of a modern classic. This pattern goes back to around 1867 when they were produced and trademarked by Heinrich Kaufmann & Sons in Zollingen. Other people were making them at the time, but they had the trademark. They became more widely known and popularised through and after World War II, as they were supplied to the armies of Wilhelm II. The company Kaufmann & Sons dissolved in 1995, and production, and I assume the intellectual property rights, was taken over by the current manufacturers, Otter-Messer. As I say, this is a modern classic. Let's take a closer look. Okay, so here we have the box the knife comes in. Grey cardboard, simple printed label. Bit old school in that we've got the big copper staples on the box. Little leaflet which basically says that carbon steel knives will go rusty. And then more old school, the knife comes wrapped in some heavy brown paper, which is a nice touch. And there we have the K55K. Get the size comparison out. Usual, it's the Victorinox Spartan copy. So straight away you can see it's quite a big knife. It's a folded steel construction, so we've got a one-piece handle, folded over and riveted. A piece in for the back lock, and there does appear to be a back spacer inside there as well. Little bail on the back for adding a lanyard or a chain, and we've got a black, I think it's powder coat finish with the logo in gold. Very simple knife, but as you can see, quite big by UK standards. This one is the stainless version. You can get this in C75 carbon steel or 4034 stainless. Now 4034 stainless is roughly equivalent to 420 HC. It typically has a chromium content of around 13%. Otter-Messer state about 11%, and they say that that gives the stainless blade quite a coarse grain structure compared to the carbon steel, and it won't therefore take as fine an edge. But if we just have a quick test of the factory edge, there doesn't seem to be much up with that, and I'm sure with a little bit of stropping we can get that nice smooth cut to be a little bit quieter. Now, as I say, it's quite a large knife, so we'll get the ruler out, have a look at some specs. Blade length from the tip to the handle, 90mm, with a cutting edge of around 85, which in normal is a 3.5 inch blade with something like a 3 1/4 inch cutting edge. steel is, I would say, 2.5mm thick, I think. We've got the back lock lever there. Being a folded construction, it's very flat, very slim. There is a nice finger guard feature there, which does help you locate the knife in the hand, and on the back spring, that nice dip there gives you a natural seat for the thumb. To release the back spring, you need to be pressing on the back half of that piece, so it's not going to disengage the lock by holding it there with the thumb at the front. It's a nice big handle. I can comfortably get a 4-finger grip. I've got average sort of hands. I would imagine there's plenty of room for big banana hands on there. Let's weigh it, see how the weight stacks up. So in grams, we've got 74.5 grams roughly, compared to a Spartan copy's of 76.5, so there's very little in it for the weight. Just see if we can get that in English. 2 2/3 ounces, and obviously that's going to be very similar because I've just weighed it and it was. And that's pretty much all there is to say about this. Costs usually about £22. They do different finishes, as well as the sort of iconic Mercator K55K. They do some modern finishes. And yes, they really are that fucking awful. They also do a multi-blade version, or multi-tool version, has I think a corkscrew and a can opener, possibly another blade, I can't remember. But this really is the default version. Otter-Messer make a range of knives, traditional sort of sailor's knives, wooden handled, pruning knives, hunting knives, kitchen knives, secateurs and shears. So we've got quite a good range. One thing I do like, a lot of people find on a traditional designer folding knife where the edge of the tang is quite proud from the handle, that corner is a bit of a problem for them. But with this finger guard, it does mitigate any problems of snagging or scratching on that corner, because it gives you a lead in to get you past that edge. Personally, I've never had a problem with tang sticking up like that. I just think that's a bit of a whinge, but some people don't like it. It's very well made. I don't know if you can see, there is some grease on the hinge. It comes quite well greased. Tang stamps Mercator stainless on that side, Germany and Zollingen on that side. So it's a basic knife. It's well made, nice and simple. I think it's excellent. If you want a working knife, it's a good long length of blade, and it's going to do what you want it to do, basically. No fuss, no faff. But as I say, by UK standards, it's a bit on the big side. So I'll show you some close-ups. I like it. See what you think. Thanks for watching.